Boom, and we're live. What's up, everybody?
Hey Trip, I gotta figure out my screen's not showing.
Ooh,
Or
okay.
it
Well,
it is showing,
I
but
see your screen right there. Yeah.
if you'll just give me 1 second, I'm gonna if you'll just maybe monitor the chat real quick and
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
for sure. So we've got Daniel Croft in the chat. Saw you yesterday. Thanks for joining again. Got David Esquire. What's up? And Jim Wells. Dude, you made it. I know you kind of showed up a little bit late. That might have been an email problem, but glad you're here right now. This is awesome. What's up, Peter Curley? We got Deeper Shades. Good morning. So I'm gonna hide that while we're waiting for your slides to pop
Yeah,
up.
sorry about that.
Yeah, no,
All
you're
right.
golden. Hey, all I'm saying is the lighting's looking good, Ben.
Oh,
What's up,
thank you. I
Megan?
appreciate that.
Yeah, we
Okay,
got
I think we're ready.
Megan.ai. You'll know her from our YouTube series on AI. So she's here to chat about LinkedIn AI with us.
Hey
Yes.
y'all.
All right, I think we're ready. Okay, sorry
Yep.
about that, everyone. Technical difficulties. Hello and welcome everyone to Live on IFT. This is our 25th episode. Today we're going to be showing you the new AI LinkedIn Assistant. My name is Ben. I'll be your host. Joining me, as always, your other host, my colleague and best friend Trip. Also making her third appearance with us today is our head of growth marketing, Megan Cohen, aka Megan.ai. Why is she called Megan.ai? There are two reasons. One, she is quickly becoming a respected thought leader in the AI space.
Mhm.
And two, she actually built the service that we're going to be talking about today. So, Megan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no, this is awesome.
Yeah.
We need to get the domain. I think someone else already owns
It's
Megan.ai.
going to cost us 20 grand to get the
Yeah.
domain. I've
So
looked it up already. Yep. Yep.
yeah, one day,
Too rich. Yep.
right?
Okay. Trip, do you before we get into the
Mhm.
agenda and everything, do you have any announcements for the folks back home?
Yeah. So, one, if you didn't check out our Automate Your Busy Work live stream with I Taken Tank yesterday, it was awesome. He literally just kind of walks us through like how to automate your busy work and kind of the steps you need to do to really build and like understand your like where you're spending a lot of your time and not wasting it, but just not being as productive as you could be throughout your week, and then building a plan to automate all those manual tasks more. But yeah, go check it out. It's on our live stream, so you can click that live button and then go find it. It's an hour long. It's honestly a really cool deep dive into how to automate your busy work. And if you want to buy the book, go check it out. It's on Amazon. Yeah, so that was number one. And then two, our AI applet maker is live. So if you go into our create tab, so you click the big create button at the top of the website, you click out the AI applet maker. You can write in natural language what you want to connect. It'll build applets for you. And all you have to do is one click, turn them on. So go check it out. Let us know what you think. It's awesome. We've been seeing some really cool automations come out of that. So
Do we have anything for students today?
yes. So again, if you're a student and you're in America, the US, Canada, or the UK, and you use your .edu email address, you can log into IFT and get 90% off our Pro Plus plan. It's the biggest discount we have given. So it's practically free, and you can use all of our AI tools and our productivity tools. So if you're a student or if you know a student, let them know.
Awesome. Thank you, Trip. I have this is like the fourth week that I've said this, but I have an announcement about our swag store. So the swag store is live. I'm not showing it today because I had some issues with the pricing. I'm doing everything I can to get the pricing as low as possible. So we're going to be selling about, I think there's like 10 items on there. And we're going to be selling all of those at cost. So I'm really just trying to get the pricing right so that folks can go on there and buy their favorite if swag. So
Yeah. And I got my dad hat on there. I had to fight for it. I'm a
you got a
big
dad
dad
hat.
hat guy.
Yep.
So,
I added a dad hat just for Trip.
yes. Hey, show him
Meg,
what you got wearing right now.
I will. Yeah, I was going to get to that. I was just going to say
Okay.
that I showed the store to Megan a couple weeks ago, and Megan, all of the items that all of the items that I liked, Megan said that they were Tech Bro items. And I was like, oh, well, I hope you don't think less of me because I like the Tech Bro stuff. There's definitely stuff in there that's not Tech Bro-y, right? Right, Megan?
Yeah, I highlighted some that I think are good picks
Cool.
for anyone.
Awesome. So the good non-Tech Bro stuff for sure. So real quick, I do have a sneak peek. We showed a couple of the hats last week. We had a couple people that won some of the hats. So before we get into the agenda, I did want to show this is one swag item that we have. It is like it's a Champion lightweight hoodie pullover.
Yeah.
Good for like if you're in like a windy area, like it's a good windbreaker kind of jacket.
Or light
Also-
rain. I feel like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's packable, so you can kind of throw it in a backpack.
It is packable. Yeah, you
Very
can
versatile.
very much so, and it comes in these 4 awesome colors. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am wearing this item today.
Let's go
Yep.
inside, away
Yep.
from the elements.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good inside. It's good inside gear as well. So I will say this. We are going to be giving one of these away today.
Let's go.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is to encourage some participation in the chat. I'm going to give this away to the 111th. So 111. Whoever's name is attached to the 111th comment is going to get one of these jackets today. So stay active in the chats, and then of course we're also going to give away a 1 free year of Pro Plus at the very end. And depending on where you are in the world and when you signed up with it, that could be a value of $150, $180. So really excited for whoever wins that. So real quick, our agenda before I hand it over to Trip. We're going to do a real quick check-in actually with Dan the Walking Man. Dan is a member of our community team that has taken a 6-month sabbatical from IF to walk the entire distance of the continent of Australia. And he's doing this to raise money and awareness for UBI, or Universal Basic Income, I believe. So we're going to check in with him. It's going to take 1 minute, and then Trip's going to go over his LinkedIn influencer journey and talk about some best practices and some of the other tools around IF that can work with your LinkedIn. And then Megan, of course, is going to give us a deep dive into the new AI LinkedIn Assistant. So we'll do that. As always, get your comments in, get your questions, get your comments, and look forward for spending some time with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. So shout out to the people in the chat. We got Marcelo, Joe, Choki. I don't know if I'm pronounced that right.
It's okay.
A
We
lot
butcher
of
names.
people on here. What's up? +1 on UBI from Deeper Shade. So glad you're here, guys. Also, Deeper Shade says we should come up with a slogan and print that on merch. It's easier to market and sell than just the brand logo items. I feel like the IF brand is so powerful, and it's such a nice block letters. But you're right. We should definitely throw on the everything works better together slogan. So I like that idea.
This experience has really made me want to I've always been a big fan of swag, but this experience getting the store
Got about 20 k's Parliament House. Quick reminder to call your mum today. She's definitely not as cool as my mum, but she did give birth to you, so make sure she knows how much you love her. So we'll be back here tomorrow, starting at midday. I'm going to be walking laps of Parliament House for 24 hours straight. So we'll meet here in the southwestern corner of Commonwealth Park at 11 a.m, chill for 20 minutes, and then walk the 2 k's up to Parliament House. So happy Mother's Day, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m.
All right. Did I cut out there for a minute, Trip?
I think I cut out. So that was
okay.
Yeah, I was chatting. I was shouting out people in the chat, but Joe C is fine. Yeah, that was my bad, Joe. Yeah, let's see where he's actually at in Australia. So he's actually going from the very far bottom all the way up to the top,
Yes.
which is 4,518 kilometers. That's insane.
And it looks like he's down. It looks like he's close to halfway. He's at the east, or as of Mother's Day, he was at the most eastern point of Australia mainland. So
Yeah, that's
he's-
awesome. Did anyone else
he's
see all
getting
the
there.
kangaroos? He's just
I did.
walking.
I appreciated that, like, it was, because like dumb Americans, we think it's like, oh, it's kangaroos everywhere, which we actually saw kangaroos in that video, which was kind of cool,
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We'll keep it up, Dan. I'm really pumped for him to kind of keep walking, keep growing that TikTok following. So he's at 11.7 thousand followers right now. That's huge.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago when we did this trip, he was at like 4 or 5. So
nice.
he's blowing up for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, if y'all go to map.ubyd.io, you can actually find out where he's at real time. So it's kind of in that little URL down there.
Yeah, right here. If you can see there we go. Cool. Well, Trip, I'm gonna go to the next slide and hand it off to you, and you're gonna talk to us about LinkedIn and what's going on here.
Yeah, well, so I just wanted to remind everyone kind of the high level of why we're producing all of these AI specific tools for social media. One of the biggest use cases on IFT is content distribution, right? So you go live on Twitch, you publish a YouTube video, you publish a new blog on your website. You want to distribute that blog or that content across all the different social media channels. So we've got Twitter, we've got LinkedIn, we've got Facebook, we got Instagram, all on the platform. And a lot of people use IFT for those social media automation tools, right? And this super high level from a social media perspective is you want to, whenever you publish a piece of content, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on your website, or maybe you're curating content from like industry news or RSS feeds from like other websites, you want to tailor a post to a specific social media platform. So that could be Twitter, that could be LinkedIn, that could be Facebook. And that's why we have the AI social media tool available. And then that's why we've been building these kind of custom AI Twitter assistant and AI LinkedIn assistant tools. That number 3 is after you've tailored that custom AI response with the post for that specific platform. You either want to publish it automatically, a lot of people do that, or you want to like add it to a ClickUp or an Asana or an Trello or Buffer or New Link and like schedule it manually just so you can kind of edit the post and like make it more sound like your tone of voice. But super high level, I just want to kind of remind people that like we're building these custom solutions to help you as a user automate and produce more content on your social media feeds. All right. I'm going to jump over and I'm actually going to show you my personal LinkedIn account. This is kind of embarrassing. All right. Here. Let me move this up. So I keep telling my wife that I am a LinkedIn influencer. It's a phrase I've kind of started coining. So if you're on LinkedIn, go find me, Trip Stanford. I mostly post about using AI like internally at IFT or like cool stuff IFT's doing, or just stuff around AI. And what I'm learning here is that there's this, over the past couple of years, there's been this transition from branded pages, so like the IFT brand page, to personal pages. So like personal users on LinkedIn get a lot more engagement, likes, shares, comments, than brand pages. And that's just natural with the LinkedIn platform. It's slowly turning into a more business focused Facebook. All right. So people really love it if you like post your newborn on there and you're like, hey everyone, I just had a baby, or you went on a beach vacation, or it's people love the non-business related stuff on LinkedIn, or to some extent funny memes around business that can help still communicate like cool business stuff. All right. And I'm going to show you this in a second. Oh, cool. What's up, David? You just followed me? Yeah, send me a request. I'll connect with you. All right, so check this out. So if I dive in to my analytics, okay. Oh, that. So I've had 4,000 post impressions over the past 7 days. I'm going to go back a whole year, right? I'm going to do this the same thing on the IFT account as well. You can kind of see like when post really blew up. The biggest post that I've ever gotten, all right, was a joke around Sam Altman, like losing his board position at OpenAI and then getting it back with OpenAI. All right. It's gotten 20,000 impressions, 220 likes, 16 comments. And it's just funny that, like, as it's still around AI, it's still around this like head topic that my LinkedIn profile posts around. But it, instead of like being kind of buttoned up and professional, it has a very relaxed sense of just purpose. You know, it's like people, as they're scrolling LinkedIn, they're either like celebrating like accomplishments for you, or they're laughing with you about like trying to make work less buttoned up and professional to some extent. But oh, thanks, Desi. Yeah, it was my birthday a couple days ago. And yeah, here's another one around AI. That's 4,000 impressions. And it was like this meme with Travis Kelce and his coach kind of yelling at each other. So all I'm saying is, like, as you're starting to think through what to post on LinkedIn, I would suggest, if you have a solo brand, all right, so solopreneurship is huge. A lot of IFT users are solopreneurs. And honestly, people's core like social media that they're promoting their brands on is LinkedIn. So there's a guy named Justin Welsh out of Nashville, Tennessee, and he has a whole brand around solopreneurship and like building courses and like, you know, building agencies off of one-man agencies off of LinkedIn. And I think he's got like 100,000 followers on LinkedIn. So there is if you're trying to promote your brand, I would highly suggest this almost like dual prong approach. So like the brand itself, so IFT, has its own brand page, and that one's going to be a little bit more buttoned up. And then that's also where we host all of our live streams. So like if you're on LinkedIn and you're really connected with IFT, you're going to find our live streams through that LinkedIn live stream. And then we promote like branded stuff through the IFT company page. But then also you're going to get more engagement and following on a personal page. So you can kind of go that secondary personal route and be more personal, because that's what's really working on LinkedIn. So like as you kind of start using the AI Tailor to design and develop content for LinkedIn, I highly suggest that you kind of do that two-sided approach. So like you produce content for your branded page, but then also produce content for your personal page. And that's, I promise you, if it's a little bit more relaxed and comfortable, it's going to get a lot more engagement. So that was just something I wanted to show you guys and share with you guys. Again, follow me. I post stuff about IFT all the time. I want to show you our branded page. So like, for example, 130,000 impressions. It's huge, but a lot of it is just off of funny memes around AI, you know? Here, let me hide this one. Let me show another screen. Wait, and I just want to shout out to Ben and Megan. Have y'all kind of seen the same thing? Like you're getting more engagement on your personal pages, like if you start posting a little bit more?
I don't know about me. I've never really fully dove into LinkedIn.
I mean, you're on there. Wait, I tag you.
I'm on there. Yeah, I try to, like, you know, every now and again, I'm like, oh man, I need to make a post. And I think it's why the LinkedIn assistant that Megan's going to show us here in a bit is so important for someone like me, because I just don't prioritize it, but it's important. And so I think it's one of those things for someone like me that's like, it's not as into it as you are. I think the AI LinkedIn assistant is huge. Yeah.
Well, and this is like, if you're a solopreneur and you're trying to build a brand, and let's say your primary, you're really good at Instagram and you're posting a lot of great Instagram content, I highly suggest that is like the core piece of content that you use, and then you run it through the like LinkedIn AI assistant to design and curate a piece of content for LinkedIn. And then you're basically sharing your Instagram post to LinkedIn in a more thoughtful, intentional way, you know?
I come from a world of like, I come from that BDR, business development, smile and dial, send 100 emails, 100 phone calls a day, try to stay top of mind for people, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
the world that I like started out in. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think for someone like me back then, or someone that's doing that now, that is trying to make themselves a thought leader
Uh-huh.
in something, that is trying to keep themselves top of mind, that is trying to like just be present on, and be visible on LinkedIn. I think that,
Yeah.
this is great for someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone uses LinkedIn. A lot of times is for sales professionals, right? But
Yeah.
it is, I
Oh,
think,
you look at my inbox, it's just all those people
Yeah.
selling
I
X's. Yeah.
I did a lot of experimenting with this tool, and a lot of experimenting. Obviously, y'all know that I'm an RSS feed junkie, so
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of experimenting with the RSS feeds. Here is an educational article, right? And then I've used the AI LinkedIn assistant to then post something special about that article
Yeah.
on LinkedIn. So definitely helped a lot for
Yep.
someone like that.
Well, I just also wanted to highlight. So here's IFT. We've got 10,528 followers. If you're in the chat, you haven't followed us, go follow us. We post our live stream. We kind of host it on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. And then we also just post updates. So like when we release a new AI tool for you guys, we'll post it on LinkedIn. We'll post it on YouTube, and you'll get an email from us. So you're going to find out about it one way or another. But we've got 30,000 organic views over the past year. And so for some reason it keeps popping this stuff up here. So it's just interesting that like from a personal perspective, it's so much easier to get that engagement and that following. So I encourage you guys to think through like, how can I use this AI assistant on the personal note versus the brand note, just because there is this weird, if personal pages are just getting a lot more value and a lot more engagement, So, but it's still possible to grow and brand a branded page with this AI LinkedIn assistant. So like, as you're producing content and as you're kind of using the AI LinkedIn assistant to produce content across these different channels, just think how you can kind of differentiate it between your personal page and a branded page.
I want to real quick, Trip. I want to point out this. I want to celebrate this comment. So Desi Slaughter says, I'm working on documenting my career journey and position myself as a thought leader with my LinkedIn. I think this is great. I think that like people appreciate that. People appreciate you sharing the grind with them, right? Like,
totally.
You see this on other platforms. Like you see the bodybuilder on other platforms, right? The David Goggins kind of like, hey, this is the journey. This is me working hard. Like, people are inspired by that. And so I really appreciate that, Desi. And it's not easy to do that, Desi. It's not easy to put yourself out there. So good on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers. Well, and like she made this content earlier too. So yes, social is moving back towards real-time, natural, unedited content being king. I completely agree with this. So as we transition into this world, I mean, we're talking about an AI tool to promote LinkedIn content today, right? It's like to write and redistribute content you're producing on other channels onto LinkedIn. There's still this level of uncanny valley that like AI can produce. And we as humans can like unconsciously know if it's written by AI versus like a real human being. I think our AI LinkedIn assistant does a really good job of kind of maintaining a good tone of voice. So it's a little bit more natural. But I always suggest like run through that initial draft that we produce and change it just a little bit to make it sound more like you as an individual. And that's going to always do better. Like people know when it's your voice on LinkedIn versus an AI written piece of content. So, and like as more AI tools are coming out and we're producing a lot more AI content, us as humans are going to value the authentic, natural stuff a little bit more. That was great. Cool. What's up, Patty? She just read the David Goggins book, amazing story. Do y'all want to dive into the AI LinkedIn assistant and just kind of learn a little bit? Yeah, let's do it. Here, let me bring your screen back up. Perfect.
All right, Megan, take us away.
Yeah. So a lot of these posts are kind of built around creating a personal profile that's like positioned as a thought leader. Not that these queries can't also work for brand page content. I think they're just designed more on the personal level. So LinkedIn Tailor is the first one. That's for cross posting and optimizing your content from wherever it comes to LinkedIn format. That could be interesting for like your personal Facebook posts and like try to transcribe them into professional posts. I haven't really tried it with like personal content necessarily, but it should work in theory.
Yeah, totally. Well, and like if you're posting on Instagram and let's just say that's like where you feel the most natural and you feel like it's easy to post every single day and build a following, automatically run that through the LinkedIn Tailor and then maybe throw that into, buffer queue and you can kind of edit it later or post it directly to LinkedIn. That's a great way to help automatically build followings across different channels.
Yeah, that's a really good point because I know it's really hard for a lot of people to write in LinkedIn speak.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
I will say this. I was talking to our boss, Peter, about this yesterday. And one of the things that's so special about the LinkedIn assistant, the LinkedIn AI assistant over and above, say, the Twitter one, right? For example, is that when you post something thoughtful on LinkedIn, you need to have it's a longer post, right? I don't think there's a character limit on LinkedIn. So to quickly have an RSS feed or something, for example, read an article and then draft up a post for you, like the time that saves you, right? Obviously, we always encourage you to edit it, but if you're comfortable with just posting it directly, that's fine as well. But
yeah,
the time that it saves you is so significant, and it really is like, this is a game changer for someone who's just trying to get started. They're just trying to I don't really know what to post. I don't really I don't know how.
Or isn't even good at like writing, 300 or 400 words for a LinkedIn post.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Like that takes time. It takes thought,
Yeah, definitely.
So this gets you from 0 to 1 and like gives you something to work with and mold into something that you want to post.
Also, interesting tip. I think the highest performing LinkedIn posts are between 200 and 500 characters. So that could be a best practice, though I think you can go up to 2,000.
Oh yeah, there's people write whole novels on there, and they always have that option where you say see more, and then it just drops down, and then you just keep scrolling, and you're like, okay, that's way too long. So
it is interesting. I think like when and there's something to do with that, the algorithm in LinkedIn or something too that pushes these types of things. But when I see that someone has written something out on LinkedIn, it's weird because so for instance, like if I'm on YouTube and I see that the video is 1 minute, I'm like, oh, I got time for that. Right.
Yeah.
But if I see it's 8 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. But I'm the complete opposite when it comes to LinkedIn. If I see someone has taken the time to write something and I have to click the see more button, it's like I'm more inclined to do that. I'm more excited about like, what did this person have to say that took the see more button,
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, this is great. Okay. Yeah. You want to dive into the LinkedIn post?
Yeah. So LinkedIn post is really similar, but that's just starting with original content, or maybe you don't have a tone or a voice picked out already. So you can just kind of write in the way that's natural to you and it will spit it out in LinkedIn speak.
Yeah. So this one, if you're like creating and using our AI LinkedIn assistant, this would be a great way to almost develop like a week or a month's worth of content, right? So like, let's say your trigger is a Google Sheet, like a new row on a Google Sheet, and then you query the AI LinkedIn assistant, and then your action is adding that LinkedIn post back to that Google Sheet. So all you have to do is like write out a bunch of potential LinkedIn post ideas on there, and then it'll generate all the content for you, and then you'll have it basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a really helpful way to start. And you can do anything as simple as a 1-word topic, but the more detail you add into the initial piece, the better your output will be.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's just a great way to like produce 30 days of LinkedIn posts in less than 30 minutes. It's just by literally writing out 30 potential post ideas, generate the LinkedIn posts, and then you have them to like schedule out on LinkedIn later, or attach a like an image to them if you want to like make them a little bit more clickable on LinkedIn.
Yeah, highly recommend adding the image to your text also.
Dude, everyone's in the chat right now. They are all like stoked about AI. And you're right. There's some people that are just like really scared of it. But I think we as marketers, like any business professional or like solopreneur, we need to like figure out how do I use it thoughtfully and intentionally to produce a lot more content. You know, like the best people in the game 10 years from now learn how to use AI now, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be behind on
right
using it for your content.
Yeah, totally. Do you want to jump into the next?
Yeah, let's go to the next page. So these are beyond just posts. Number 3 is a hashtag generator. That's pretty self-explanatory. And I personally don't use hashtags on LinkedIn. I just like haven't found that my profile is big enough to get like hashtag traffic necessarily, though it is a way of optimizing for the LinkedIn search engine.
Yeah. I started using like thoughtful hashtags in my posts, and I will always find like there's other followers. Like I'll get new random people commenting that I've never met before on my posts if I like hashtag AI or hashtag ChatGPT in there, you know?
That's cool. That's good to know. That's
yeah. Real quick, Jason is asking, do we have to use the paid version of LinkedIn? No. So our LinkedIn posts with IFT is free. So the AI LinkedIn assistant, you do have to have a Pro Plus account for. And then if you're posting to LinkedIn, you don't need to have I have the free LinkedIn version. So I don't pay to be like, I don't know what it is, like a
premium
LinkedIn premium. I don't pay for that. No.
Yeah.
I've had LinkedIn Premium a few times in my sales past, as well as LinkedIn Navigator.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you were one of the guys that just randomly sent me a LinkedIn message.
I was one of those guys. And also too, I think with one of those things, you could look at someone's profile you could stalk people's profiles without giving
them seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally. No, I just look at people's profiles and everyone will notice it. You know, they'll see me and they'll, hey, you were creeping on me last week.
Which I think is what you want, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want people to know, right? All right. So Desi, she uses premium for jobs too. Yeah, I feel like if you're in sales, premium definitely makes sense. But if you're over here just like developing a personal brand, I don't think you need premium to start out with. Wait, what does this LinkedIn article do, Megan?
So LinkedIn articles are basically just a way to have blog posts that are hosted on LinkedIn. And they are a really important tool for a lot of people who are having like thought leadership positioning with their profiles. This will just get it in the right format for a LinkedIn article. So you can even, like Ben recommended, starting with RSS feed blogs that you like.
Yep.
And transposing those into LinkedIn articles. But you can also just go on without even using professional language, just go on a little rant that you have that's like specific to your industry.
Yeah.
And it will kind of really help you word it professionally
totally.
and maybe in an easier way for people to read. So I
Yeah.
like the LinkedIn articles that I've produced with this so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the length also.
Yep.
I think under 1,000 words is going to keep it succinct.
Yeah, and readable in not, 20 minutes, right? So, no, that's awesome. I highly suggest, yeah, if you're building a brand, try out a few LinkedIn articles. So, we got to remember LinkedIn makes money the more time you're on the platform, right? So, they're going to promote content on the platform to share with people that don't know about you if it's engaging, and then also helps them keep people on the platform, So, every one of these social media sites they want your eyeballs for as many minutes of the day as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. And so I think, do we have plans, Megan, to show like because some people might not be familiar with what a query is. Do we have plans to show this, like just the basic building blocks of how someone would create an applet? If not, I can do that.
I didn't plan to demo it, but yeah, showing people like where you add a query when you're creating an applet would be really helpful, I think.
Okay. Trip, can you I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Would you mind maybe showing people how to do an if this then that with the query, the LinkedIn AI assistant?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'm going to do that same kind of content production tool that I was talking about earlier. So like every new row on a Google Sheet, try and write a LinkedIn post and then add that post back to that Google Sheet. So here we are in the Create tab. I'm going to go again. We released the AI tool. If you haven't checked it out, click it over here. You literally just write in what you want, and you can get applets back for that. But today I'm going to do if this then that. We're going to go into the Sheets, Google Sheets. I'm going to say new row added to a spreadsheet. All right. We're on Trip at IFT. Let me go create a spreadsheet for this. Here we are. LinkedIn. Oh. I'm going to copy. I know I'm not sharing with you guys yet, but I'll show you in a second.
By the way, while you're putting this together, we're getting really close to our 111th comment. So
Desi might be there. She's been really commenting a bunch. Shout out to Desi on here. Marcelo goes, LinkedIn had made me $0 from them. Has made like $0 from me on the last 10 years. Yeah, shout out to Marcelo. Don't shell out money to the big guys. LinkedIn doesn't need your money. All right, so we're going to click over here on the query.
All right, so real quick, just to recap. So you've created a trigger, right? Being a Google spreadsheet, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So basically every new row I add to that Google spreadsheet, it's gonna trigger this AI LinkedIn assistant. Yep.
Got it.
So let's do just a classic LinkedIn post. And the topic of that post, I'm just going to use anything in column A. So I'll show you where I'm writing that in the spreadsheet. Use emojis. I'm going to say yes. All right. On my personal page, people like personal stuff, and emojis is a little bit more laid back and relaxed. Include a hashtags. I'm going to say yes. Tone. So we've got, does it show it on the screen if I'm like opening up? Can y'all see those?
You can't see the drop down.
Oh, you can't see the drop down.
Does not show the drop downs, which is it's a safety feature.
I hear you.
Feature.
Yep.
But the tones are, call us out. Let us know what the tones are.
Yeah. So casual professional is one of them. Formal professional, inspirational, informative, and engaging. So those are all the ones that are options. I'm going to do casual professional. All right. And then if I just leave this blank, it's going to do English, and that's where my native language. So now if every new row added to a spreadsheet, it's going to ping this LinkedIn post, write a post about it, and then, let's go back.
Send a Gmail.
You want to send a Gmail?
Yeah, send me a Gmail.
Okay, I'll do that. All right. So we're gonna send a
If I
Gmail,
can.
send an email from my email account to, let's say, ben.terrell@ifttt.com. Now you know our email, so feel free to email us whenever. We're gonna say new LinkedIn post idea is the subject line. We're going to delete all this body. All right. So now when you want to pull that actual LinkedIn Assistant query data, you click this add ingredient button, and then you're going to open this up, and there's an option for a LinkedIn post. And then you see the LinkedIn post right here, and we're just going to add that as a body. I'm going to just to make it a little bit more email appropriate. Ben, let's say Trip.
Yeah, so to just reiterate, for the action, you need to select the service that you want the ingredient from. So the default will usually be the trigger service, but if you
Yeah.
want it to be the query service, you have to use that like secondary dropdown.
Totally. So yeah, it's a little bit tough to find, but I think like once you've done it a couple times, it's easy to kind of pull that information again. So yeah, any new row added to a spreadsheet, it's gonna ping the LinkedIn post AI tool, and then send an email from my email to Ben with that LinkedIn post idea. All right. Now, if I share this tab, all right, do y'all see that? So LinkedIn test is the spreadsheet name, and any content I add right here in the column A is going to write a post and then send it to Ben in an email. Megan, since you've built this AI tool, all right, what do you suggest I do in this to like give the AI enough information to write a good LinkedIn post?
So like anything that would make sense to come from you first, to like a couple of phrases about your specialty, like maybe we're writing about email.
Well, let's say we're writing about AI, like how to use AI as a marketing professional.
Yeah, so maybe like one sentence thought you have about AI. Like, I'm using this, and this tool for AI, or
yeah. Or like, what if it's more of just like I believe AI is going to change the social media game forever.
Yeah, this might be something that you have to play with. You might be to figure out what the best results are. We're testing. I mean, we're basically testing this out in front of you guys live. I mean, in a sense, we've played around with a lot of these tools, but we're all learning about this right now, right? So,
well, what if we do a topic right here, and then I'm going to say I used AI to generate 100 blog posts. A lot of people, this is like the phrasing they use, like whenever they're doing LinkedIn, they'll like say something they're proud of, and it's very actionable. And here's what I learned. Kind of curious what it'll say from that. AI has made my family relationship so much stronger. Here's how.
All right, so real quick, Trip, this is gonna send. This is gonna send to be an email? 3
emails. Yeah, with 3 separate LinkedIn posts. So be on the lookout.
Let's go back, if you don't mind. Can we go back to the post? I mean, back to the applet itself and see if it has.
Here we are. I did not finish it. Let me finish it. It might still have time to scrape that.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe not. You're right. I should have finished it. Ooh, amateur hour over here. Let's do it again. I'm going to copy this stuff.
Yeah, see if you can copy and paste them back.
And then now let's go back in here. We're going to refresh this page.
You're back. You're still showing the applet. Oh,
I know.
Yeah, just 3 times.
Yep.
Boom. Okay.
So I'll look in here. This is run 3 times. Let's refresh this real quick. It might take a little bit.
I can confirm that I've gotten one of your
3 emails.
Yeah.
Really? You want to share it?
No,
Is it not good?
It's showing. I think when you did the query, you did it wrong because it's showing something it's showing the ingredient itself. It's showing the ingredient, not the not
Okay.
the post.
All right. So
So,
let's go back into settings.
but it works, right?
Yeah. So what is the topic of this post? Yeah. Use update query. And then, yeah, LinkedIn Assistant. It should have that post in there, right?
It's sending that message. So there might be something wrong with it.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. It might take a little bit to actually run through this query again. Update query. Update. Yeah, because it doesn't look like it even worked right here. Let me dive into this. View activity.
It's sending me the query itself, right? Okay, here we go.
Interesting. Yeah, so it
Now
did it
it's-
right on my
so it's
end.
not sending me this, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's not working. Let me
Yeah.
see. I only got the first one too.
Okay. Well, maybe
So-
I did that a little bit too quick.
Yeah, you got the order all wrong, but
yep.
nevertheless,
is.
we can see that see, it sent me the email. So that's
Mhm.
okay, but it created it. I mean, look at that. Look what it created
Yeah.
for us.
So AI has finally made my family relationship so much stronger. Here's how. Family first, artificial intelligence. Hey, everyone. As a social media expert, all right, I often talk about the impact of technology on our professional lives. But today I wanted to share how AI has genuinely improved my family relationships. So yeah, this is kind of the same format that like a lot of LinkedIn posts do, is they have like the awareness piece at the very top, and you have to click that see more button and it drops down, and then you have the rest of this text. And this is what the meat of it. This is what people like engage with the most. Here, thanks to AI powered communication tools, my family and I can stay connected no matter where we are in the world, whether it's through video calls, shared calendars, or virtual assistant reminders. AI has helped us stay in sync even with our busy schedules. So, and then it goes all the way down: family bonding, tech impact. Let's keep embracing technology to enhance our personal lives.
It's cool though, man. I think like it puts. I mean, there's a silly element to this, right? And we're testing this, but it gave you hashtags. It gave you a 10-minute worth of time to type that. It gave you emojis. Like
Some of it
all
is
really
useful for sure.
Yeah, totally.
As a single product, it's a little bit.
Like let's think about it like from a just, hey, I need to get from 0 to 1. I need to have 30 days of LinkedIn posts. How can I like try and get as much of that basically on paper somewhere as fast as possible?
Totally. I real quick trip. I wanted to let everyone know that it was close. There was a lot of Desi right around 108, 109, but our winner, Marcelo, was also very close. But it came down to the 111th comment was our friend Joe C. Chalky. I hope I said that right.
Joe C.
Joe C. Yeah. Joe, if you would send us an email at marketing@ifttt, and I'll get you taken care of. But yeah, you just won one of these cool jackets. So very cool. Are we? I think we're at that time as well. Trip.
Yeah.
Do we have any more slides?
We're at
We do have one more slide.
Okay, yeah, let's jump in there. I do want to say shout out to Jason Hagen. He did notice that the ingredient was, I didn't copy everything and paste it inside of the email section, so I just wanted to test it again to see if it runs correctly. I broke it. It was my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so you should get another email with a better LinkedIn post.
I will confirm here shortly.
Yeah.
Cool. Megan, these are your top applets, and I've actually tested one of these already earlier this week. But yeah, tell us what's going on here with these.
The LinkedIn headline generator is fun. So I just text IFTTT, and then IFTTT texts me back with the headline, and like the 3 criteria that you should include in your text or just in the trigger text are going to be your profession, skill sets that set you apart, and any keywords that you want included in the headline. So I've had a lot of fun playing around with that, and
Cool.
It returns it in like that LinkedIn headline format where you have the pipe symbols separating phrases.
No, that's great because that's what gets people to click because you really
And
want
so-
someone as they're scrolling to like see that headline and then open it up and dive deeper into what your post is about.
I want to real quick. I want to tell someone just how easy this thing is to set up. So you can go right now to the AI LinkedIn Assistant page, and you can turn this applet on, right, just by hitting that connect button. And the way it works, Megan, tell me if I'm wrong, but basically it gives you the number, the phone number that is the IF phone number, and you text that number, right, from your mobile iOS device, and then it sends that text to IF AI LinkedIn Assistant, and then it sends you a text back, correct? That's how it works? So it sends you a text back. So you could basically copy and paste and then on your mobile device and add that directly to LinkedIn, maybe from there. So it's really useful in that way.
It works for iOS and Android.
Okay. It works for both. Sorry.
Yeah.
Works for both.
Yeah. No, this is cool. So yeah, go to our /AI_LinkedIn _ assistant page and try it out. I need to throw that in the
that
chat
one's
real quick.
nice because the authentication is really easy. You don't like have to log into any platforms. It'll just send a pin to your number to verify the SMS service, and so you can really be using it in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, very cool. And the one here on the right, and these have like this one on the right there's 50 people using this already in just a week, right? So that's cool that 50 people already are getting value out of this. This is generate a LinkedIn article based on a topic. So you might have alluded to this one. What's going on here?
Yeah, so you can start with I recommended a personal rant, or if you have it connected to like an RSS feed, or you can add a blog article that you like, and it will put it in like LinkedIn formatting. And I think it's like 500 to 700 words. It will keep it, and that's like a best practice. And it gives you like a really good starter point for your LinkedIn article, and then you can kind of make it your own more. But it can be hard to like want to write a whole blog for LinkedIn. So
totally. Well, it just takes time. Even writing a blog for your website, like it takes a lot of time. So you can use our AI content creator and go from 0 to 1 to get, actual words on a page, and then go through and edit that blog to say what you want to say afterwards. Right. I mean, that's the best use of AI right now, is to kind of defeat the blank page problem,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
totally.
Right.
Well, this is awesome.
I'm a big fan of the RSS with this platform, with this service, this LinkedIn AI Assistant. And by the way, if anyone here is unfamiliar with RSS feeds, we actually did a live stream on it. So you go to IFT and you go and look at our past live streams, you'll see that there's one that's all about RSS feeds. We've got some videos on that as well, but it's very easy to connect an article or a publication that you want to post about that you like. Maybe you have time to read this publication, but you don't have time to then go and offer a helpful post to other people that you want to share it with the world. Like, this is a great service to do that with.
Yeah, and it's like you're curating content for your followers rather than like designing and developing content on your own. But I love the idea of that RSS feed or connecting. We have over 50 news sites on the website, so you can kind of customize a news site and then pull content on that and then write posts about it on LinkedIn. There are a couple questions I want to answer in the chat. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So first off, this probably was a little bit back there, but Amar Singh says, please clarify if this is dependent on ChatGPT or a bit confused. So all of our AI tools are built on ChatGPT, but you don't need a ChatGPT Plus subscription to use them. So it's cheaper technically to use IFT than purchasing a ChatGPT Plus subscription. So we're still using that like OpenAI language model, but it's more affordable to use IFT.
And ChatGPT or OpenAI is providing the backend for some of these tools.
Also, I want to shout out. There's like 3 or 4 people that fixed my error.
applet. Yeah.
My applet. So shout out to you guys. That was awesome. It works now. So whenever I wrote that last line in, I just added another row on that Google sheet saying congrats Joe C for winning the If branded jacket, and it
Yeah.
wrote this quick LinkedIn post for it. So yeah, congrats again. That's awesome.
And I can confirm, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I did get the email.
Cool.
Nice.
Y'all see that?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. You do see that. Yeah. So
this is
it
great.
worked. Yeah.
Let me see. Marcelo, here's a few questions. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about this, please throw them in the chat. I'll try and answer them. We've got a couple minutes left, but we can maybe move over just a little bit. I'm going to bring us up. So Marcelo, is there a limit of applets that one can create with Pro Plus? No, unlimited applets.
Unlimited.
You
Yep.
basically have, as you can make unlimited applets, you can do filter and queries. Queries are like querying the AI post tool. You can do all of our AI tools. You can connect multiple accounts. So let's say you have a personal LinkedIn account and a branded LinkedIn account. You can have both of them on IFT and automate both of them with that. So yeah, go Pro Plus. It's awesome. It's more affordable than ChatGPT. So 1 second.
Very cool.
What other questions am I seeing in here? Is
I've
there a
also
way to
got a-
duplicate the applet?
Yes.
I'm not. There is a copy and duplicate.
Yeah, if you edit any already made applet, it will basically make a copy and then it'll be your personal applet. And if you wanted to publish that, you could also do that.
Mm. So you go to our published applets, like underneath the service page, you click the connect button, turn it on. It's basically your applet now. And then whenever you edit it, you have your own custom version of that applet on your own page.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd love to show people how to publish applets on one of these live streams.
That's a good idea.
That would be
Yeah.
interesting enough. Yeah.
No, totally. We could do a
folks.
whole live stream around
Yeah.
that. It's a good idea.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
hey Trip, we're getting close to time. I gotta give away a free year of Pro Plus to someone.
Let's do it.
So I think Marcelo was asking us about what you can do with the Pro Plus plan.
Mhm.
Have we given one to Marcelo in the past?
I don't think so. I think this is the first time.
Okay, Marcelo, congratulations. You won a year of
Where's
Pro
that?
Plus. If you would send us an email at marketinganif.com and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah. So yeah, marketing@if.com, address either me or Ben in that. We both get those emails. So, and you have our personal emails too. So feel free to send us an email.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Desi, I'm sorry that you didn't win the jacket, but come back next week and try again. I'm going to give away free swag on this channel every Friday. So come back and join us and participate. I really wanted you to win that, but
And soon the swag
numbers
store will
didn't
be
lie.
live. So y'all can go check out all the swag and purchase it at cost. I mean, IF does not make any money on that. So we want
definitely.
you guys to look good out there.
It was either make a profit and put it towards charity or to do it at cost. And so we're going to do it at cost.
Yeah.
So that was the decision.
And
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, hey, Megan, thanks for joining us today. Thanks again, Trip, as always. Thanks
this
to
was awesome.
everyone that showed up and participated. This isn't the same without you guys. So
This was great.
Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. And we'll see you next
see
week.
you guys next week, same
y'all.
time.
Bye, guys.
All right, dude.
Boom.
Boom. It worked. Do you want to count all those questions, those comments?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
Well, I guess,
Um,
let's see.
how'd you think
10
that went? I know there was an error in my whenever I copied and pasted.
It's okay. I was just trying to. You mean with the applet?
Yeah.
I think it was fine. Huh? Oh, we're still on, Trip.